All right. One of the questions, this is actually going to be two different things. I believe this might be the first and the second item on the topics list. I didn't number them, but the first two bullet points. And the first one is just knowing the definition. So if you know the definition for a discrete random variable and a continuous random variable, and I'm going to abbreviate RV for random variable. A discrete random variable has a finite number of possible outcomes or a countable number of possible outcomes. So we have to have, we have to be able to put our finger on it and actually count. This is one outcome, two outcomes, three outcomes. And there can be 500 outcomes, but it's not going to be like a measurement. And so when we are dealing with something that's continuous, remember from chapter 1, we talked about discrete being things that we were counting and continuous being things that we're measuring. And that holds true for a lot of these problems as well. So if you're measuring something and you can have any number, some of your homework problems might have had, let's do, this one, for example. This is actually from section 4.1 homework, numbers 2, 3, and 4. So the home attendance for football games at a university. So I would have, some number of people, and I don't know what it would be. I'm just making some numbers up, but it would be specifically these set numbers. And so this would be discrete. We count the number of people at a football game. The amount of rain that fell this spring, so, this is one thing that's helpful, is that it's in inches. And again, I don't know what some of these numbers could be, but let's say that anywhere from 2 to 40. And if that is the case, then I would actually be filling in all of these numbers in between those two. So it doesn't have to be 2 inches and then 3 inches and then 4 inches. It could be 2.7 inches, which makes that continuous. There are an infinite number of possible amounts of rain that we could have had. All right, and then our third one here, the number of home theater systems sold per month at an electronics store. So again, the number versus the amount, or when we have units that are inches, you can't sell half of a home theater system, right? It's either you sold one or you didn't. And so I have no idea how many might be sold in a month, but if it's an electronics store, I'd say, it could be, and I'm sure those might be really small numbers, but it would be whole numbers. So again, that would be discrete. So 2 different questions there for this one. Knowing that definition, so that you'll either be given the definition for a discrete random variable or the definition for a continuous random variable, and then you just have to be able to say which one it is. I think it's a fill in the blank. And then for the second one, you'll have a situation like one of these, and you just have to identify whether it's discrete or continuous, that specific example.